Thank you for that great introduction. As Kaushik said, I'm going to be talking about the updated version of my book, Hot, Flat, and Crowded. I have to confess, I really wrote this book out of a deep concern that my country, the United States of America, was losing its groove. And what really motivated this book was my desire to lay down a pathway for how we get our groove back as a country. We had a values breakdown in this country over the last 10, 15 years. And that values breakdown actually drove both the financial crisis we've been through and the environmental crisis. That's right, they were actually the same crisis, driven ultimately by the same breakdown. I believe when historians look back on this period, 2005 to 2011, they will say that it was a moment when both the market and Mother Nature hit the wall. It was a moment when both the market and Mother Nature hit the wall and said to us, you are growing in an unsustainable way. In both the market and Mother Nature, we were allowing people to massively underprice risk, privatize gains, and socialize losses. We allowed people to massively underprice the risk of subprime mortgages. We allowed the banks and brokerage firms that did that to privatize the gains, and then when those mortgages all blew up, we socialized all the losses on the backs of every American taxpayer. We've been doing the exact same thing in nature. We allow people to massively underprice the risk of emitting carbon molecules. We allow them to privatize the gains, all of us, cheap coal, cheap gasoline. And we are now socializing the losses on the backs of every American young man and young woman by putting all those carbon molecules into the atmosphere, charging them on their Visa cards, and they will come back in the future as disruptive climate change. In both the market and Mother Nature, we've been practicing the exact same accounting.